everybody seems to be covering celebrity news. And I try not to get into celebrity news and reality shows and all that other stuff because everybody's doing that shit. They detail their lives and they give you such great accounts of what's going on in their lives that are very irrelevant to our lives. And I understand that it can make you a little more popular, but I'd rather give you the truth. But everybody seems to be interested in that. And like I always say, I may not be the most popular YouTuber, but I want to be the most honest. So I decided to cover a little celebrity news, you know. But I'm going to put my little twist on it because, you know, I'm different than a motherfucker. So I'm going to call this celeb news that you can actually motherfucking use. Ding. One of the things is when, you know, I see different things about celebrities online, I kind of hone into different things that people sometimes don't notice. You know, for so long we've been going through this light skin, dark skin thing in the black community, and I can say all kinds of things about, oh, we've come so far and yet gone no fucking where. And one of the things I noticed about Beyonce, now, this is no shade to Beyonce, so Beyonce stands, don't come for me, okay? I love me some Beyonce. But one thing I noticed, have y'all noticed that with the light skin, dark skin thing, that one of her top role models is Michelle Obama, a dark skinned woman? This just goes to show you, people need to get over themselves. People need to get over the appearances of people and start understanding that some of the most amazing people out there is measured by who they are as a person. And it goes back to Martin Luther King when he's talking about people's character. So while y'all was sitting there buying all that blonde weave, you know, breaking the gate down to put you some blue contacts in and bleaching your skin and trying to be Beyonce to the highest, Beyonce little sweet little heart was sitting over there idolizing Michelle Obama, a dark-skinned black woman that has her own hair. That's some funny shit. Now, a lot of times I don't really like to cover Chris Brown and Rihanna because my opinions are my opinions and they are very strong at that when it comes to these two. Because I'm Team Breezy. But my thing is that people need to realize that if Chris Brown and Rihanna got back together, that's their motherfucking business. Stop trying to put them together every fucking week. Personally, I'm tired of y'all. Let me kind of go over this to Rihanna. I am tired of y'all trying to make Rihanna out to be some kind of sex crazed slut, when most of the time she ain't nowhere near no man. And when she is, that's her fucking business. Because while y'all sitting up here dissecting this poor little girl from act like she would have to have the biggest pussy in the world for her to be on opposite coasts of the world, fucking different men where they ain't even in the same hemisphere. Y'all need to stop that shit. Especially you media takeout. Stop that shit. Every time she sits next to a man doesn't mean she's fucking him. Every time she comes out of the same restaurant with a man does not mean she's dating him. Have you ever thought they just ended up at the same place at the same time? Even if they're hanging out together. I have hung up, a lot of us, everybody done hung out with a person of the opposite sex that they weren't sleeping with. Stop that shit. And if Chris Brown want to send a tweet to that damn girl, let him send a tweet to that damn girl and stop standing over them like you done lost your damn mind. Stop that shit. This is going to turn into one of my stop that shit things. Now, I wanted to kind of cover the little scrappy diamond thing because, not because they're so important to me, because they're not, but my thing is this. I love the honesty that Lil Scrappy portrayed when he was talking about his relationship ending with Diamond. I really respected that because most men are not going to sit up there as a rapper say that they were hurt by love. You know, a lot of rappers don't do that, and I think they've taken a lot of strides on that shit. But my issue is that when you know you've been through that type of hurt or that type of pain, to turn around and just dish that shit right back out to somebody else is kind of weird for me. Because I'd be like, if you're an adult and you've learned a lesson, you kind of don't turn around and do the same shit to the next person and then expect everything to be all right. Just some words to the wise, Scrappy. Sit your ass down. Yeah, that's all I got for you. Sit your ass down, all the way down. Parlay this show, this Love and Hip Hop show. Get as much money as you can out of that. But you really do need to be working on some more music. There's a void, cause there's some couple of rappers in jail that you can kind of fill their space. Come on, make this money. Diamond might come back. Yeah, that's all I got to say about that. I have my little bit to say about Frank Ocean. I'm a straight woman, and my thing is I don't have time to sit around and hate nobody for their sexual orientation. So I don't. Him coming out, saying those things, I really hate there's a society that says just because I'm a celebrity, I have to tell you whether I'm gay or not. And sitting up there trying to make people out themselves like this is a sport, I think that is a waste of time, because there are a lot of people out here that are really struggling with that choice, and you're not making it easier for them. Only God is going to be the one to judge them. Other than that, these are people that are your mother's brothers, sisters, cousins, and every other kind of relationship they are, two people can be to each other or more. Stop sitting around waiting on the I'm coming out gate to fling open and then want to judge them soon as they do it. You want them to come out, and then when they come out, you want to judge them. Sit the fuck down. Sit all the way the fuck down in the back of the church and drink on some communion wine. I.e. grape juice. And shut up. Shit. People can't live their life. Golly. Do I have to come after you every time I eat a fucking sandwich? Damn. Let it go. Everybody has issues with Kim Kardashian. But at some point, I had to let go of my outlook on her, because I'm like this. She just doing what she knows. This walking around every day taking pictures, with Kanye. I ain't never seen Kanye this much when he was dating any other female. Now, I saw him a little bit with Amber Rose, and he had her as his muse, dressing the woman up, taking a couple of modeling pictures with her. But every day we see Kanye and, or Cam, what they call her? What did he call them? I know they had Camber for Kanye and Amber. I don't even care. But personally, I think both of them need to go sit down somewhere. Because the validity of their relationship, from a woman that was married this year and that had a sex tape a couple of weeks ago, and it's just really confusing as the who this woman is and why is she still in the limelight. And, she's not the only woman that is not of color that has a behind, especially when you can go out there and buy one now. I just don't understand why people are so enamored with her and her family. I'm just really grasping at straws as to why they're celebrity. And I guess right now it's pretty much just a locomotion movement where just because we push that thing going, it's just still going off its own steam, even though there's no validity to it. But I really do think Kim and what's his name, Kanye, they just need to sit down somewhere. I just want 1 week where I can come online and not see them changing outfits and walking somewhere, and people trying to spin a story out of her pumping gas, or we all do that shit. It doesn't mean that he's mistreating her, but I just want to see a genuine moment missed where they'll go sit down, get behind some closed doors, and actually bond with each other. You know what I'm saying? I just lose words sometimes. It's just the people that we make celebrity. It's just really sad now. It's just sad. And as far as these reality shows and the people that they use to as the cast for these shows, I don't see no reason why that we need to make popular C and D listers. and then have them showing up at clubs charging money like they're A-listers. That I don't get that. I don't get. That's just like, you know, me going outside when the trash man is out there picking up the garbage, and then putting him over there at the power company to work on the same lines that keeps my lights on. What's the fucking point? You know, he's not skilled at nothing. He's not doing anything, or she's not doing anything that warrants that they deserve to be a celebrity. You know, celebrities used to be actors and actresses that honed their craft, and dancers that rehearsed for years. I mean, just trained. You had people that were that played instruments and that had a gift, or they had a certain level of training. Fucking somebody should not make you a celebrity. I think that it is atrocious, the message that we're sending kids, saying, if you fuck the right man, I'll give you a show. If you get pregnant, I'll get you a show. If you can't get along with nobody and you know how to curse and make misery in another person's life, you can get a show. What? That is just crazy. And then you got people that can sing, dance, act, birth babies. I mean, I'm not talking about having babies, but actually bring babies into this world. They will not promote that. I do not need to be having the teenagers in my neighborhood looking up to somebody we're not sure if she's a female or a man. And y'all dissect them people so bad. And these networks make millions and millions and millions, while after that show is not even popular no more, they spit them folks right back to oblivion where they were. And that don't make no sense. There ought to be a criteria for this shit. There ought to be a criteria that you have to have out music, you have to have out a show, a movie, a book, a pamphlet. You can have out a greeting card. You have to have something. There ought to be limitations to this shit. And then we sit there and watch that train wreck. I ain't watching that shit. I don't even know nothing what's going on in them shows because I refuse to turn it on. Because I feel like my IQ drops even further every time I listen to them. Now, don't sit up here and say, her country ass. Yeah, I talk country as hell. I'm in Alabama. But I bet you I have a bachelor's degree, and I bet you I know how to raise some kids. I take care of my business, baby. So don't think that just because I got a country ass accent and I use the word nigga a couple of times, I don't know how to crack open a book and read some big words to you and know what the fuck they mean and know how to use them in a sentence. Don't hate. But please stop making these people celebrities. I know this wasn't the celebrity news you can use that you wanted, but bitch, y'all got it.